True greatness is not measured by how far you've climbed, but by how many times you've had the courage to rise after falling. In every setback is the seed of a comeback, but only those who nurture it with belief and action will see it bloom. You don't need to see the whole staircase, just take the first step and trust that the path will unfold as you keep moving. The moment you decide not to quit is the moment your future begins to change. Success is rarely instant. It is the slow and steady accumulation of small efforts, repeated day in and day out. Your dream wasn't given to you randomly. It was planted in your heart for a reason. Follow it, no matter how long the road. You are not too late, and you are not too old. As long as there's breath in your body, purpose still beats in your chest. Fear tries to protect you, but in doing so, it can imprison you. The key to freedom is choosing courage over comfort. When you decide to believe in yourself, the universe begins to shift in your favor. Progress isn't always visible. Trust that your consistent efforts are laying the foundation for something powerful. You may feel behind, but life is not a race. It's a journey uniquely designed for your soul's growth. Be willing to outwork your doubt. Let your determination speak louder than your fear. It's not the size of the dream that matters, it's the size of your dedication to pursue it. You weren't born to repeat the past. You were born to rise, rewrite, and renew your story. Sometimes the only way forward is through the storm. Face it, walk through it, and emerge stronger than ever. You are not defined by your mistakes, but by the strength you summon to move beyond them. The most powerful changes begin with a single decision to no longer stay the same. Don't wish for it to be easier, wish to be stronger, and then do the work that makes you so. You don't have to feel ready. Just be willing. Willingness is more powerful than perfection. What seems like an ending is often a disguised beginning for something far greater. The people who win are not always the smartest or the most talented. They're simply the ones who refuse to give up. Strength comes not from never breaking, but from rebuilding yourself every time you fall apart. Don't fear being seen trying. Fear never giving yourself the chance to try at all. You are not your past. You are the person who survived it and still dares to dream. If you can hold the vision through the valleys, you will stand on the mountain and recognize why the journey mattered. Comfort zones are beautiful places, but nothing ever grows there. Real growth begins at the edge of discomfort. You cannot become what you want by remaining what you are. Transformation demands change. Work in silence, stay focused, and let the results make the noise for you. It's okay to outgrow people, places, and mindsets. Growth requires letting go of what no longer serves you. Sometimes the best revenge is not proving others wrong, but proving to yourself what you're truly capable of. Be so committed to your growth that it hurts to stay the same. When you walk away from what's easy and pursue what's meaningful, you begin to build a life worth living. There will always be reasons to quit, but there will also always be one reason to keep going: your purpose. The most powerful force in the world is a made-up mind determined to succeed. Don't chase applause. Chase authenticity. That's where fulfillment truly lives. The real flex isn't how fast you rise, it's how gracefully you recover when you fall. Patience isn't passive. It's a quiet strength that trusts the timing while continuing to work in the shadows. Success doesn't come from luck, it comes from relentless consistency in the face of uncertainty. The next level of your life will require a new level of you. Step up and rise to meet it. Everything you desire is on the other side of discipline, discomfort, and daily effort. Don't expect others to understand your journey when it wasn't given to them to walk. Comparison is the thief of joy. Focus on your race and celebrate your progress, no matter how small. You can't be afraid to outgrow people. Your elevation requires separation from what holds you back. Success is less about talent and more about refusing to let excuses win. Not everything that weighs you down is yours to carry. Let go and reclaim your peace. You can do hard things. You've survived your worst days, don't doubt your power now. The price of your dream is paid in discomfort, sacrifice, and resilience. But the reward is freedom. Every version of you that gave up is cheering for the version of you that decides to keep going. When life whispers maybe, shout back definitely. Boldness is the beginning of breakthroughs. You don't need more time. You need more intention. Make today count, or it never will. Success is not the result of spontaneous combustion. You must set yourself on fire with passion, fuel it with perseverance, and ignite it every day with relentless effort. Every obstacle is a test of your commitment to your dream. The harder the struggle, the more worthy the reward on the other side. Do not wait for the perfect time or the perfect conditions, they do not exist. Begin now, with what you have, and build something remarkable. Courage is not the absence of fear but the decision that something else is more important than fear itself. The journey to greatness is long and often lonely, but those who walk it with determination will inspire the world in the silence of their steps. You were not born to merely exist, but to live fully, love deeply, and leave a legacy that echoes beyond your lifetime. Dreams do not die from lack of potential, they perish from a lack of persistence and belief. Strength isn't found in moments of comfort but in those painful hours when you choose to rise instead of quit. Your current situation is not your final destination. The detour you're on now may be the most important part of your story. The world doesn't need more people playing small. It needs bold souls willing to take risks and light the way for others. When the odds are stacked against you, that's not the time to shrink back, it's the moment to prove what you're truly made of. You will never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have left. The pain you feel today is the foundation of the strength you'll stand on tomorrow. If you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done. Growth is not always comfortable. Sometimes it requires tearing apart your old self so you can build a stronger version. Your mindset is the key to unlocking a life beyond limits. Master your thoughts, and you master your future. Don't measure success by what you've achieved, but by how many times you've risen after falling. Fear whispers lies that keep you average. Ignore it, and listen instead to the voice that says, you were made for more. Success is not found in the spotlight. It's built in the dark, through late nights, early mornings, and quiet sacrifices. You are allowed to be both a masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time. Sometimes the greatest power lies in simply refusing to give up, no matter how hard the path becomes. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out the roar of your own soul calling you to greatness. The only limits that truly exist are the ones you accept as real. Break free, and redefine what's possible. Life will test you again and again to see if you are truly committed to the life you say you want. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Your future self is begging you to choose wisely. The secret to lasting success is doing the hard things long after the mood in which you started has faded. Be relentless in the pursuit of your goals, not because success is guaranteed, but because your soul deserves the effort. You may not control the storm, but you can choose to be the calm within it and rise stronger because of it. You can rewrite your story at any time. You are not bound by your past unless you refuse to grow beyond it. When nothing around you changes, change what's within you. That's where the revolution always begins. Fire success and goals. 1. Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. 2. Don't watch the clock, do what it does. Keep going. Sam Levinson. 3. Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Henry David Thoreau. 4. There are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. Colin Powell. 5. I never dreamed about success. I worked for it. Estee Lauder. 6. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Franklin D. Roosevelt. 7. Ambition is the path to success. Persistence is the vehicle you arrive in. Bill Bradley. 8. Don't aim for success if you want it, just do what you love and believe in, and it will come naturally. David Frost. 9. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. C.S. Lewis. 10. Success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. Maya Angelou. 11. Dream big and dare to fail. Norman Vaughn. 12. Success isn't just about what you accomplish in your life, it's about what you inspire others to do. Unknown. 13. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Arthur Ashe. 14. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. Zig Ziglar. 15. Push yourself, because no one else is going to do it for you. Unknown. Flexed biceps, perseverance and grit. 16. It always seems impossible until it's done. Nelson Mandela. 17. Perseverance is not a long race, it is many short races one after the other. Walter Elliott. 18. A river cuts through rock not because of its power but because of its persistence. James N. Watkins. 19. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. Japanese proverb. 20. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed. Michael Jordan. 21. Great works are performed not by strength but by perseverance. Samuel Johnson. 22. Don't quit. Suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion. Muhammad Ali. 23. Hard times may have held you down, but they will not last forever. Joel Osteen. 24. The road to success is dotted with many tempting parking spaces. Will Rogers. 25. The harder the struggle, the more glorious the triumph. Unknown. 26. You just can't beat the person who never gives up. Babe Ruth. 27. Success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out. Robert Collier. 28. Champions keep playing until they get it right. Billie Jean King. 29. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. Confucius. 30. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, I will try again tomorrow. Marian Radmacher. Brain mindset and attitude. 31. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Henry Ford. 32. Your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude. Zig Ziglar. 33. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Steve Jobs. 34. Believe you can and you're halfway there. Theodore Roosevelt. 35. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. Buddha. 36. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. Dalai Lama. 37. Your life does not get better by chance, it gets better by change. Jim Rohn. 38. Positive thinking will let you do everything better than negative thinking will. Zig Ziglar. 39. Change your thoughts and you change your world. Norman Vincent Peale. 40. You become what you believe. Oprah Winfrey. 41. With the new day comes new strength and new thoughts. Eleanor Roosevelt. 42. The greatest discovery of all time is that a person can change their future by merely changing their attitude. Oprah Winfrey. 43. Don't be pushed around by the fears in your mind. Be led by the dreams in your heart. Roy T. Bennett. 44. Success is 99% attitude and 1% aptitude. Celestine Chua. 45. Nothing can dim the light that shines from within. Maya Angelou. Lion face courage and fearlessness. 46. Do one thing every day that scares you. Eleanor Roosevelt. 47. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. Mark Twain. 48. Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. Dale Carnegie. 49. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Franklin D. Roosevelt. 50. Don't let the fear of losing be greater than the excitement of winning. Robert Kiyosaki. 51. If you are not willing to risk the usual, you will have to settle for the ordinary. Jim Rohn. 52. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. George Adair. 53. Leap, and the net will appear. John Burroughs. 54. Fear is only as deep as the mind allows. Japanese proverb. 55. He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life. Muhammad Ali. 56. Take risks. If you win, you will be happy. If you lose, you will be wise. Unknown. 57. It takes courage to grow up and become who you really are. E. E. Cummings. 58. You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. Eleanor Roosevelt. 59. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. Nelson Mandela. 60. Bravery is the audacity to be unhindered by failures, and to walk with freedom, strength, and hope in the face of things unknown. Morgan Harper Nichols. Trophy discipline and hard work. 61. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Jim Rohn. 62. Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice and most of all, love of what you are doing. Pele. 63. Opportunities are usually disguised as hard work, so most people don't recognize them. Ann Landers. 64. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. Jimmy Johnson. 65. Don't count the days, make the days count. Muhammad Ali. 66. Work hard in silence, let success make the noise. Frank Ocean. 67. Success isn't overnight. It's when every day you get a little better than the day before. It all adds up. Dwayne Johnson. 68. The only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. Vidal Sassoon. 69. Satisfaction lies in the effort, not in the attainment. Mahatma Gandhi. 70. If people knew how hard I worked to get my mastery, it wouldn't seem so wonderful at all. Michelangelo. 71. Effort only fully releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. Napoleon Hill. 72. Without hard work, nothing grows but weeds. Gordon B. Hinckley. 73. Be stronger than your strongest excuse. Unknown. 74. Success is dependent on effort. Sophocles. 75. There is no substitute for hard work. Thomas Edison. Glowing star inspiration and hope. 76. Keep your face always toward the sunshine and shadows will fall behind you. Walt Whitman. 77. Act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. William James. 78. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Peter Drucker. 79. Do not go where the path may lead, go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Ralph Waldo Emerson. 80. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. Mahatma Gandhi. 81. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Ralph Waldo Emerson. 82. Turn your wounds into wisdom. Oprah Winfrey. 83. You were born to be a player. You were meant to be here. This moment is yours. Herb Brooks. 84. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Confucius. 85. Even if I knew that tomorrow the world would go to pieces, I would still plant my apple tree. Martin Luther. 86. Every strike brings me closer to the next home run. Babe Ruth. 87. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. Confucius. 88. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. Charles R. Swindoll. 89. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. Eleanor Roosevelt. 90. The sun himself is weak when he first rises, and gathers strength and courage as the day gets on. Charles Dickens. Compass leadership and purpose. 91. Leadership is not about being in charge. It is about taking care of those in your charge. Simon Sinek. 92. The function of leadership is to produce more leaders, not more followers. Ralph Nader. 93. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. John C. Maxwell. 94. To handle yourself, use your head, to handle others, use your heart. Eleanor Roosevelt. 95. Earn your leadership every day. Michael Jordan. 96. True leaders don't create followers. They create more leaders. Tom Peters. 97. A genuine leader is not a searcher for consensus but a molder of consensus. Martin Luther King Jr. 98. Leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. Warren Bennis. 99. People buy into the leader before they buy into the vision. John C. Maxwell. 100. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more and become more, you are a leader. John Quincy Adams. Fire 1. Denzel Washington, Fall Forward. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. Nelson Mandela said, there is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. You've got to take risks. And I'm sure you've probably heard that before, but I want to talk about why that's so important. You will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. There's no doubt about it. Without commitment, you'll never start. But more importantly, without consistency, you'll never finish. You hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later you're gonna get a haircut. So you will catch a break. And I did catch a break. Put God first in everything you do. Everything that I have is by the grace of God. Understand that. It's a gift. Rocket 2. Will Smith, Self-Belief and Discipline. There's no reason to have a plan B because it distracts from plan A. Being realistic is the most commonly traveled road to mediocrity. The separation of talent and skill is one of the greatest misunderstood concepts for people who are trying to excel. Talent you have naturally. Skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft. Greatness is not this wonderful, esoteric, elusive, godlike feature that only the special among us will ever taste. It's something that truly exists in all of us. Sunrise over Mountains 3. Les Brown, Live Full, Die Empty. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. Too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears. Life has no limitations, except the ones you make. You don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. Ask for help not because you're weak, but because you want to remain strong. Live Full. Die Empty. Gemstone 4. Jim Rohn, Personal Development. Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day. Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. Learn how to be happy with what you have while you pursue all that you want. Glowing Star 5. Maya Angelou, Purpose and Presence. Do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. Nothing will work unless you do. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. If you're always trying to be normal, you will never know how amazing you can be. Courage allows the successful woman to fail and learn powerful lessons from the failure. So that in the end, she didn't fail at all. Brain 6. Eric Thomas, UOU. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. Stop being average. You're not even good. You were born to be great. Everybody wants to be a beast, until it's time to do what beasts do. You don't take a day off. You don't take a rest. You keep grinding. You stay consistent. You owe you. I'm not asking you to do it for your mom, your dad, your coach, your friends. You owe yourself everything. Railway track 7. In the face of struggle. Out of suffering have emerged the strongest souls, the most massive characters are seared with scars. Khalil Gibran. It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up. Vince Lombardi. Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life. J.K. Rowling. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. G. Michael Hopf. Turn your wounds into wisdom. Oprah Winfrey. Seedling 8. Growth mindset. Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. He who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right. Confucius. Your life does not get better by chance, it gets better by change. Jim Rohn. Be not afraid of going slowly. Be afraid only of standing still. Chinese proverb. Small disciplines repeated with consistency every day lead to great achievements gained slowly over time. John C. Maxwell. Lightbulb 9. Clarity and vision. The only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision. Helen Keller. The two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. Mark Twain. If you can see it here, points to head, and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen. Conor McGregor. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Napoleon Hill. Clarity precedes success. Robin Sharma. Hammer and pick 10. Execution and consistency. Success doesn't come from what you do occasionally, it comes from what you do consistently. Marie Forleo. An ounce of action is worth a ton of theory. Ralph Waldo Emerson. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. Aristotle. It's not about having time. It's about making time. Unknown. Work while they sleep. Learn while they party. Save while they spend. Live like they dream. Unknown. Compass 11. Legacy and leadership. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. Albert Einstein. Leadership is not about titles, positions, or flowcharts. It is about one life influencing another. John C. Maxwell. Carve your name on hearts, not tombstones. Shannon L. Alder. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Theodore Roosevelt. What you leave behind is not what is engraved in stone monuments, but what is woven into the lives of others. Pericles. Direct hit 12. Final words from Denzel Washington. Dreams without goals remain dreams, just dreams. And ultimately fuel disappointment. Have dreams, but have goals. Life goals, yearly goals, monthly goals, daily goals. I pray that you put your slippers way under the bed at night so that when you wake up in the morning, you have to get on your knees to reach them. And while you're down there, say thank you. Don't just aspire to make a living. Aspire to make a difference.